All right, everybody. Hello all. Really happy to see you all for today's webinar. My name is Arturs. I'm from DHL Express, Latvia, work as an e-commerce. For today's presentation, I have invited one of my colleagues from French who will share some insights about French market and also the customer behavior. Also, today I will be speaking about e-commerce trends for this year. And I really hope that some of you will use this information for your businesses and will more understand and what to focus on. Also, this webinar is going to be recorded, so you'll be able to watch it again or share it with your friends, family, and colleagues. And also we have a QA section where you can put down your questions, and the questions we will answer after the webinar. And I think we're mostly going to do just send you an email with the answer. And I think, Delphina, you can introduce yourself and start your presentation and start to talk about French market.
Thank you, Arthur. Hello, everyone. Happy to be here with you today. Thanks, Arthur, for the invitation. So we will indeed have a look at the French market and the e-commerce trends for this new year. So, and I'm working, as a marketing project manager at DHL, specialized in e-commerce and partnerships. So, today, on the agenda, we have a look at France at a glance. Then we'll go to the e-commerce environment, quick focus on DHL Express France, and then as a conclusion, why the French market when going internationally. So first of all, figures you may know, for instance, the population. In France, we are about 68 million inhabitants. The currency is euro. We have a 20% VAT, and the import duty threshold is 150 euros. In 2021, the GPD per capita was nearly 41,000 euros. And if we look at the internet, in this year, the internet penetration is 93%, which means that France is an opportunity because more than 70% of the population shopped online last year. When we shop online, the average cart value is 65 euros, which in 2022, which is up 6.9% compared to the previous year. And online shoppers tend to shop more and more frequently, nearly 50 times a year, for a total amount spent of around 3,500 euros in 2022. So France is the second largest e-commerce market in Europe. The turnover in 2022 was 147 billion euros, which was a growth of 13.8%. And I'd like to split this percentage between the products and the services, as indeed in last year we were down 7% on internet product sales compared to the previous year, and on the contrary, the service sector was up 36%. So these figures are quite important to understand what is the market today. Over the past year, the share of e-commerce in product sales is estimated at 12.5% of trade retail. So even if we have seen that France is a major market in e-commerce, this means that today the majority of purchases are still offline. So there is still room for the development of online sales. And the number of active merchant sites increased 5% last year, with more than 10,000 new sites in 1 year. And if we look at the transactions, 2.3 billion transactions were made on the internet last year, which was a growth of 6.5%. So what do French consumers buy online now? Mainly fashion, 29%, then toys, hobbies, do-it-yourself products at 21%, then electronics and media, 20%, furniture, 16%, and food and personal care at 14%. If we look at the leading online fashion retailers, you may know them. In 2021, they were Vinted, Zalando, Azos, Amazon, etc., etc. So names you may know. And if we look at not only fashion, but in general, the most popular e-commerce websites, they are marketplaces. The top 5 is Amazon, Cdiscount, leboncoin.fr, AliExpress, eBay. So you can sell your products through your own website, but you can also go through marketplaces. Another trend is the cross-border e-commerce. B2C shopping abroad is becoming more popular. There is a growing share of cross-border online purchases taking place, and French e-buyers are more likely to buy abroad than the average European e-buyer. So these figures are important. In 2021, over 35% of French online shoppers bought from foreign e-merchants. And on the contrary, over 60% of e-merchants established in France received orders from customers abroad. Another trend and another big opportunity is the B2B e-commerce. With a growth rate of around 15% a year over the past 3 years, the sales to professional represent an average of 4% of total company turnover. So this market was estimated at over 240 billion euros in 2021 and is expected to grow significantly in the next coming years. Another trend, you may know, the mobile e-commerce. The sales on mobile phones and tablets continue to grow very, very fast. They already count for nearly 40% of total e-commerce sales on leading sites. And in 2020, purchases through the mobile phone have grown substantially, and 48% of French consumers use their phone to buy groceries, fashion, and other products. So the message is be responsive. The importance of having a well-developed site for the mobile purchasing experience. The social media. Social media is becoming very relevant for French users. The trend for brands is to present products on various social media platforms and to continue being active with content, with recommendations. So obviously, you will choose the media that best suit according to the products you sell and according to your targets. So the main platforms in France are, first of all, YouTube, then Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, WhatsApp, LinkedIn, and the new one, TikTok. So if we look at the payments in France, 85% of online purchases are paid using debit cards. The French are not using credit cards, only debit cards. But still, we are using other means of online payments, such as electronic wallets, for example, check, vouchers, etc. But mainly debit cards. So you will have to put this solution on your website. So if you want to come on the French market, it's important for you to know the major buying holidays. And the major buying holidays, the days that are driving purchases in France are Christmas, Mother's Day, Father's Days, and Valentine's Days. But we also have what we call the peak season, which are the seasonal sales. They run for 6 weeks in early January and again in the summer from late June. And the dates for sales, whether online or in store, are determined by French trade law. So if we look at the delivery preferences, so these figures comes from DHL, how we deliver the consumers in France. In France, consumers love to use the service points delivery. So this is why we are working on extending our network, and we have 6,216 service points services, including lockers, service points, and DHL-owned station. Now, if we have a little focus on DHL Express France, we are established in France since 1976. Today, we have more than 35,000 active customers. Operational sites. We have our own fleet of vehicles, daily regular flights. We send more than 47 million of packages per year. And last year in 2022, we hired 600 new employees. So we receive regularly awards, and for example, the best place in Europe at the global level. In France, we have the certification of a great place to work. So we are kind of proud of the message that it gives them. France is the leader. DHL is the leader in France with 43% of market share. So why the French market when going international? France is one of the main e-commerce markets at the European and global level. A growing market with a low return rate, and with consumers who do not hesitate to buy out of their borders. 10% is for the retail in France. The average percentage, of goods that are returned, which is kind of low compared to other leading e-commerce countries in Europe, such as 25% in the UK. 40% in Germany. However, French e-shoppers do not acquire the same product and services on national websites and on foreign websites. There is a preference for local sites when it comes to buying travel services, but when shopping for technology, fashion, or cosmetics products, French e-shoppers can buy abroad. So this is your opportunity. And in addition, entering the French market and succeeding in it is relatively simple. Logistics are less complex than in other countries. So for these reasons, France is usually the first country accessed by e-retailers in Europe when they want to expand beyond their borders. So thank you for your attention and have a good end of the day.
Thank you, Delphina. I really liked the presentation, and I hope our attendees gather some information for themselves, what they can use to start selling their products in France. Also, I gathered also for me some interesting information what I will use when I'm going to my clients. But yeah, everybody, if you have some questions, yeah, put down in the Q&A section. We will answer it after the presentation, or we will just send you an email with the answer.
Yes, I'll get back to you after the webinar. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So I hope everybody can see my presentation. Everybody see the picture. Do you see it? Do you see Delphina?
Yeah, the presentation, we are both on the on the slide. This is the good one.
Oh,
yeah, this is the good e-commerce trends.
Yeah. So today I also gathered you some of my information about e-commerce trends for this year, and this is going to be the part 1 of this. The part 2 we will present it on our next webinar. But today let's start with the first topic, and the first topic is mobile commerce or M-commerce. It's basically when you give the customer opportunity that he can buy your products using his mobile phone, tablets, and also be able to pay it straight to their phones. And also, you already saw something from Delphine's presentation in France that consumers, basically 50% already are using mobile phones to shop online to buy food, clothes, and also other stuff. And mobile phones already are overpassing, I would say, computers. Even at home, I have like 2 computers, which I don't really use that much anymore because mobile phones basically have everything I need now, and also it's more comfortable. And I think a lot of you will agree that we take our mobile phones basically everywhere when we are traveling, when we are working, and also when we are going to the toilet. We also take with us our mobile phones. We use it daily. Basically, it's a part of us. And there also is a study that says that we use our phones, we are tapping it like 2,000 times a day, which is a lot. And also for the future of the mobile commerce, I would say even our children is changing the market, because if 15 years ago we didn't had though technology so good, we didn't had the opportunity maybe also to buy this stuff. A lot of children nowadays, for their gifts for Christmas, for also for birthdays, what they want is not toys or games. Nowadays, they want just mobile phones because it has everything. It has games, music, you can watch videos, you can chat, you can call somebody. And also we use it to pay some stuff here in e-commerce and also in real life. And I also think that 15 years ago, a lot of us didn't have the opportunity also to buy computers because it was really expensive. And nowadays, I think a lot of us now have that money that we can spend and buy at least a cheaper phone, which has the same ability what has the luxury phone. And the reach for the internet is not now much more easier than previously because mobile phones are offering us to use internet browsers and also download applications, which really can help you reach more customers and also reach younger audience for your businesses. And here I have some suggestions, what you need to start doing to really use e-commerce for your benefits. And first of all is, of course, if you don't have it, if you have it, optimize your web store to mobile, because it's really crucial how customer sees your business in the mobile phone. You really need to adjust it to each of the phones so the e-commerce store sees you in the smaller size and also in the bigger size, so it can adjust it. The second thing is, of course, using mobile payment options. Here, just want to add that you need to use and adjust it to each of the market, like for example, for France, and also you need to adjust it if you are selling in other countries. You need to use basically their local payment systems to can really boost your sales. Use mobile specific marketing. Here I would say use social media, but I think the best option how you can use mobile specific marketing is by making an application and sending notifications to your customers, because you can reach them everywhere they are, even if they are in the vacation or they are at work. The notification can really reach your customer. Also, if you don't have a mobile application, mobile store for your store, I really suggest you to start making it, because people are lazy and some of them are really lazy to put down in the browsers your web store name. They rather just tap it on the application, and the application, how I previously mentioned, we can send notifications to your customer, which will help you really a lot. And of course, the last one is test it, optimize it, adjust it to your customer needs and see how they behave. The next, my topic is personalization. And I really think that this is the biggest hack you can have in the e-commerce, in the m-commerce, in any other like web store, how you can really understand your customer and sell it more. I think one of the examples is where you, for example, go shopping in a real store and you want to find something to buy there. First of all, you need to go through all the stores, see all the stuff they are offering that you need to fit on. And if it doesn't fit you, then you are searching for another thing. And it can get really frustrating and you will spend a lot of time there, and most of the times there is the situation when you come out empty-handed. But in the e-commerce stores, you can really try to personalize it. And the best example here in Latvia would be like we have these local shops about you, and also which I use is Zalando, which also is in France. And when I am shopping there and I try to find something what I like, then I see something for my interests. It generates similar stuff, which is like basically the same model, but other brands, which is just like giving you another option what you can buy. And last week, I was shopping in About You and also in Zalando, and I wanted to buy shoes. So I found one model what I like, and it offered some other stuff to me. And long story short, I bought like 5 items, which I didn't want to, but I did because it offered me so much similar stuff what I liked. And by just suggesting and personalizing for your customer needs, you can really boost your sales. And what are the benefits of personalization? I think is you can better understand what your customer wants. You get more loyal customers because if you suggest them more stuff what they like, most likely they will return to you and buy from you again. The second thing is increases time on your site. If in the real life store, people go an hour through the store and didn't buy something, most of the times in e-commerce shops, if the customer is at least an hour there, he will buy something for sure. And also it will help you to more understand your customer, how he's behaving on your site, so you know what you need to optimize it. Also, the relevant product recommendation, how Zalando and About You did that they just offer similar stuff to boost their sales and also make their cart average bigger. And the last thing would be cost saving, because you don't need to advertise each of your products separately, because basically the web store does the work for you by just suggesting and personalizing to your customer needs. And the last for today's topic is, of course, social media commerce or e-commerce. Social media is going to be still one of the biggest, I would say, also marketplace where you can reach new customers and sell a lot more stuff. Also, social media nowadays are offering like also business stores where you can offer straight through social media like Facebook. And I think Instagram also was offering that option, but now I think they are changing something. But if you can adapt to social media commerce, I think you can really benefit from it, because people are using social media every day, and it is like a drug. It's basically as a drug. You can go out one day without using social media and without the internet. And I really suggest you think about social media as a marketing platform where you can start selling. Also, you already saw in Delphine's presentation how much social media is using French people, and really suggest you to start thinking about using each of these social media applications to benefit your business. Even it doesn't suit you, I really suggest you to start placing a seed there so it can help you in the future. But also there are some concerns when you are trying to sell through your social media social media business. Here are some really good concerns and study what customers are afraid when they are shopping through social media. And I think if you can answer all these questions for the customers and also present it to them, they will feel more safe buying from you, not only from your e-commerce stores, but also from your social and m-commerce stores. Because most of these questions are about buying, paying, and if you answer this in your web stores, I can really say you will really benefit from it. And here are some suggestions from my side, what you can use to really boost your sales. One is live shopping, which is really popular now in Asia, that you start a video in your social media and you show your products to the customers and describe it really well, and they can buy it straight from that video. And it can really get you closer to the customers, and I think you also will get more loyal customers. The second thing is use every social media you can, because you don't know how the market will turn over, what will change. And of course, by placing just a seed, you may benefit it in the future. A third thing, of course, is the payment. Payment adjusted to each of the market. Study what market, which payment system they are using, so you can really adapt to each market. And from my side, it's basically it. It's the part one of the e-commerce trends. The second part I will present it to you on the next webinar. We will announce it soon. And I really hope some of you really gather some information for you, what you start to think about for this year, what you need to optimize it. And from my side, basically, it's it. Thank you, everybody, for your attention. Delfina, maybe you have something to say?
No, that was a pleasure. I see there are many questions in the chat, so get back to you with the answers. So thank you, everybody, and thank you, Arthur, for inviting me.
Yeah, pleasure. And